Assalamu alaikum and a good day to all you curious people out there. This is your host Abdul Qadir. Welcome to the 25th episode in the Science and History series. This is where we discuss interesting and common topics related to science and history. There is link to the complete episode playlist in the description if you have not seen it all. And also, if not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you. From space, our planet Earth does not look like land. It looks like water, a deep, endless blue, wrapped in white clouds. Nearly three quarters of Earth is covered in water, but that is not what makes it special. What makes Earth unique is that water here is alive. Scientists believe that life on Earth began in water, not on land, not in the air, but in the oceans. The early Earth was not a gentle place. The land was harsh, unstable, and constantly changing. But the oceans were different. They offered something rare: stability, protection, and time. In certain parts of these oceans, deep beneath the surface, there were openings in the Earth's crust. From these openings, hot, mineral rich water flowed into the sea. These are what we now call the deep sea vents. In these dark, hidden environments, water carried dissolved minerals and energy, creating conditions where molecules could meet, combine, and transform. Again and again, over long periods of time, slowly, simple molecules became more complex. And somewhere in this quite persistent process, the first living cells emerged. Very simple, microscopic, something like the earliest forms of bacteria. Life did not just adopt to water, it began there. Even today, if you take a drop of water from a pond or from the ocean, you may not see anything with your eyes, but under a microscope, that single drop can be full of life. Tiny organisms moving, interacting, living. Water is not just where life started, it is where life continues in its most basic form. Water is not just the environment of life, it was its first home. Even today, life does not exist on water, it exists inside it. Every cell in your body is filled with water, but more importantly, everything inside the cell happens in water. Life is not built like a machine, it is more like a flow. Inside every cell there is constant movement, molecules drifting, meeting, reacting, separating, forming new combinations. Every movement. This movement is essential and it is only possible because of water. Water dissolves substances, turning them into a form that can move freely. It allows molecules to travel, to find each other, to interact. Without water, these molecules would remain still, isolated, unable to meet, unable to react, and life would not happen. Water brings things together. It creates a space where chemistry becomes life. Nutrients dissolve in it and are carried where they are needed. Oxygen moves through it, reaching every cell. Waste is carried away, keeping the system in balance. All of this happens quietly, continuously, within this invisible medium. Water does not just support life, it makes interaction possible. And life is interaction. Without water, there is no movement, no interaction, no life. In the previous episode, in the soil episode, remember, we saw that soil is alive. But soil itself depends on water. Tiny organisms in the soil need moisture to survive. Plants absorb nutrients dissolved in water. Without water, soil becomes lifeless dust. Soil is the skin of life, but water is its bloodstream. Water has some unusual properties. It can dissolve more substances than almost any other liquid. Remember we discussed this in the second episode? Water the super cleaner. That is why it carries nutrients and supports chemical reactions. It remains liquid over a wide range of temperatures, allowing life to survive in different environments. And unlike most substances, it expands when it freezes. Ice floats. This simple fact protects life in lakes and oceans, even in freezing conditions. Water behaves in unusual ways, and life depends on these unusual behaviors. Water is not unique to Earth. Scientists have discovered its existence on other planets, on distant moons, and even in comets. But most of it is frozen or locked away. Liquid water, stable, flowing, life supporting water, is rare. That is why when scientists search for life beyond Earth, they follow the water. So, long before modern chemistry, before we understood elements the way we do today, before the periodic table, the one you may remember from your chemistry class, people tried to make sense of the world. Greek thinkers believed that everything is made of just four basic elements: air, earth, water, and fire. It was a simple idea, not scientifically correct, but it was an early attempt to understand the nature of reality. Today we know that reality is far more complex, and yet, in a way, this idea still echoes around us, generally referred as four classical elements. In our journey through our Science and History channel, we are rediscovering them through the lens of science. We discussed air in the 22nd episode, earth, soil in the 24th, and now water in this, the 25th. In the next science related episode, probably it would be the 28th, we will inshallah be covering fire, thus completing all the four basic classical elements. The earth is mostly water, and all life is mostly water. You are mostly water. From the first living cell to every breath you take, life has always depended on it. It began in water, it continues in water, and even now it exists within it. Life, it seems, is a story written in water. This completes this episode. Appreciate your time. Please do subscribe to the channel if not already, and provide your feedback in the comment section below. In the end, as always, thanks for watching, stay curious, and Allah Hafiz.